everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and I talk books. And today we are talking about this brand new book, hasn't even been released yet. Up on your screen, The Lies That Bind by Emily Giffin. It comes out June 2nd. Just so you know, I rarely read a book ahead of time. I get them, but I usually read them the week they come out. I don't know why. Just because I like reading them at the same time everyone else is reading them. This one came through and I'm like, yes, I couldn't wait. I was like, June 2nd, that's a couple weeks away. All right, I'll just start it. So I'm like, I'll just start it and see how it goes. Nope, finished it, started it, finished it. That's the way her books go. I am a huge Emily fan. I don't know what made me think that I could start this book and then pick it, like read it slowly, and maybe by June 2nd, I'll be done with it. I mean, I'm reading books all the time. Right now, I'm currently reading 3 books. I could not stop reading this book. Just so you know, if you're going to start reading one of her books, that's the way it's going to go for your life. And what's really funny is I don't go on reviews, and there are none on Amazon yet. It didn't come out yet. There are none. But if you go to Goodreads, you can read reviews for the people that got books just like I did, that they got them early. I was reading through a lot of them this morning. I got so caught up in them. Whether you love this book or are really critical about it, you finish it. I thought that's really interesting because I'm someone that if I don't like a book, I will close it. I don't have a problem. I have too many. So if I'm not loving it, I'm closing it and I'm moving on, and it doesn't affect me. The reviewers that I saw, they were like, 1 star. Even if they gave it 1 star, they finished it. And I thought, you know what, Emily? If you can do that, I have never heard of an author that can pull that off. Whatever, it's a bad book review, but they finished it because they couldn't not see what happened. And that's why she is so amazing. You may not be happy about some of the things and some of the decisions she makes. Can't help finishing it. That to me is a good writer. We are going to begin. I'm going to give you my 5 reasons why I believe you should read this book. And I have a lot of opinions. I can't wait to get into it. Before I start, I do have to say, when I read some of the reviews, I did agree with some of them about 9/11. This book, as you can see, this is not a giveaway, has 9/11 in it, like kind of historical. So it's like historical fiction, but we can't really call it historical fiction yet. I don't know. Sometimes they say you can call it historical fiction after 20 years. It's almost 20 years. Normal book that sticks in 9/11, close. Don't even care. I am 55. I lived 9/11. I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm really close to New York. It was a horrible day. I remember it way too clearly as if it were yesterday, which is like, so it's crazy for me to even think about the fact that it's almost 20 years, but it's not far enough for me. Other authors who have tried to include 9/11 in their books, I will stop even if I'm 3/4 of the way through. I'm like, I can't do it. Close it. When she gets into 9/11, I'm thinking, because I knew it was going to be in there, but I didn't know how much. As I'm reading it, I was like, wow, I made it through the 9/11 stuff. That tells you something else. I'm telling you, I have never finished a book that has brought up 9/11. Emily, I thought you handled it beautifully. That's the best compliment I can give you right now. So here we go, into my 5 reasons before I keep talking way too much and I get stuck. Up on your screen, 352 pages, women's fiction. Perfect. Women's fiction, 352 pages, absolutely perfect. I love a 350-page book. That's me. You'll see it on all my videos. I love that. Number 1, because it's women's fiction. Women's fiction is really tough for me. I love them, also have a really hard time keeping with them. I have a hard time finishing, just if it's a general women's fiction book, for as much as I love them, they have to be done well. This one was a page turner. Everybody is saying that. I am not the only person. Go to Goodreads, go read those reviews. Even the negative ones say it is a page turner, especially the first 60% of the book. I couldn't turn the pages fast enough. It was really, really good. So I don't know what to say. Like, that's why I'm doing this review. I do 5-star book reviews. I really, really loved this book. And she does women's fiction so well. Number 2, we're going to get into the story now. Finally, the main character's name is Cecily. The beginning of the book starts out with her going through a breakup of her long-term relationship with her boyfriend. Let's see. In the first chapter, we get like references to friends. She goes to a bar. She thinks she cannot get over him. That's where we begin this book. And you are with her because we've all been through breakups. We're right there with her. We're like, yes, Cecily, I know it's tough. This is not going to be easy. You can do it. Right away, we feel her. We're attached to her. She is us, and we love her. Number 3, Matthew, Cecily's ex-boyfriend, who we don't like. They broke up. And even though their breakup was not like he cheated on her or anything, what we find out about Matthew is he has a hard time committing. And he had a hard time making a commitment to her. We don't like him from the start. We're like, no, we don't like him because we love her. So anybody that's not going to commit to her, we're not going to like. It changes a little bit. No spoilers here. Never give spoilers. Matthew was a great character. I have so many opinions about him, but I can't share them. Just have to read the book. Number 4, Grant. Now see, this is like a love triangle in a weird way. Grant is the guy she meets at the bar, who she meets at the bar because she can't get over her breakup. You will love him in the beginning. I loved him, but I was like really confused by him. And this is what Emily does so well with these characters, especially the 2 men, especially Matthew and Grant. You love them, hate them, love them, hate them. But you can't stop turning the pages because you're like, okay, I love Matthew. No, I don't love Matthew. And then you keep you're like, okay, let's go. And then you love Grant, and then you hate Grant, and then you love Grant, and then you hate Grant. So Grant, you're going to love and hate so many times you can't keep track. The good news is you're always going to love Cecily. That does not stop. Your love for her, you are going to want her to be your best friend. Her best friend is gay. She's got a gay best friend who is absolutely perfect. I loved him so much. He adds such a great dimension to these characters. To have him be her best friend, that is the guy that knows behind the scenes everything that's going on in her life when no one else knows. So then we come to my final reason, because it's Emily. This is the second book review I've done of hers. Up on your screen, All We Ever Wanted. I will link it below. I love that book so much. That's why I couldn't wait to read this one. I had to read it right away. This one did not disappoint. I can't say enough good things about this book. It's like typical her. I heard that some of the characters were also up on your screen, the book from Something Borrowed. I never read it, but now I want to. I heard she did a really good job bringing in some of those characters that were not main characters. They enjoyed seeing them, and I love when authors do that anyway. Just the title itself. We got The Lies That Bind. Did you ever think about the lies? Or how far do you want to carry a lie? I remember, and I was younger, I was in my late teens. I was still living at home, and I had lied about something just because, like, as a teenager, you just lie to your parents. I remember lying about stupid stuff. Where were you? And I'd be like, and I'd make up a place. And I wasn't even anywhere bad. It was so natural to lie to my parents that I lied and I didn't even have to lie. Like, they wouldn't have cared. Like, I was getting a piece of pizza up at Mario's. Where were you? At the Five and Dime. Like, it didn't even matter. I'm just lying, and they don't say anything. And then one day, my mom said to me, you know, Michelle, if you don't start telling the truth, people are never going to believe you. And that hit me so hard because I thought that I was tricking her. As children, we think that we're tricking our parents. She finds out tricking your parents, lying to your parents is never a good thing. The lies will catch up to you, and eventually you're going to have to cop to them. I remember that moment with my mom. I don't think I ever lied to her again. As a matter of fact, I think that I was so brutally honest with her as my life went on that I think she was like, okay, you don't have to be this honest. I think that's how honest I became with her. I love that Emily explored lies in her life. I love that she picked that for this book. You are going to love it. I know this book doesn't come out for a little bit. When you get it, make sure you can pre-order it on Amazon. I will put the link below. I'm also going to put the IndieBound below because some of us are able to get, not us, some of you are able to go to your bookstores now. I will put that below, and I want to know the day comes out. As soon as you can read it, I know you Emily fans are out there. I want to know. Tell me what you think of the ending, because I am torn. I love when an ending has like two roads it can go and you're rooting for the one road and it takes the other road and then you're like, wow, that road does make sense, right? It kind of made sense, but I really wanted her to take another road. Then that road also worked out really well. I want to hear what you think about what she chose and what road she went down. I want your opinion. Thank you everyone for watching. Please hit like. Please let me know what you think of this book. Please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. As you can see, I've changed the channel name just to my name because it's just easier on social media. Nothing behind it at all except that it's easier. Have an amazing day and thanks for watching until my next